We're going off script.
Drinking.
Yeah, and drinking. And you know what? Cheers.
Cheers. Cheers, producer Fiona. Cheers.
We're celebrating the end of our Valentine's Day prepared this week.
Thank God.
And we're going off
Super
script.
Bowl.
And, well, right. That's why we shifted it all, right?
Yeah.
Men in sports, plus your live advice.
Today on the Game Over Show.
Welcome to the Game Over Show. I'm Charles Gerolando.
That makes me Lush Lisa Stedman.
Lush. We decided to take the producer's notes and throw them out. We love you, producer Fiona, but
and she even agreed. She's like, let's trash it today. We're going another direction.
We're going another direction, right?
Yeah.
Because the Super Bowl's on Sunday.
Right, and having been a football widow in many a relationship, we gotta talk
Not
about
now, though, right, Lewis?
Oh, God, we don't even know what season it is. I love that about my husband.
It's almost spring. See, you're good, right?
We both turned to each other the other day. We're like, when's the Super Bowl? Who's playing? And I'm like, dude, this is the most misdirected conversation ever because neither of us knew a thing. I love that.
We're going to get to that, but we are going to wrap up Valentine's Preparedness Week, right?
We are.
So we've got some love and tech.
Tech has porno music.
Right, I was going to say, it's like 1972, you know, hip-hop, right? It's so funny.
1972 hip-hop? Was there such a thing?
Oh my God, blasphemy. Yes.
Really?
Doy.
I did not know.
Oh.
Apparently I'm not in the know.
We'll drink to you not knowing, and we'll talk about it after the show.
I always forget to eat, and then we drink, and it's just a nightmare.
Stay tuned, 15 minutes from now. All right.
I'm not the lightweight in this relationship.
No doubt.
Let me just point that out. I can hold my alcohol.
I'm holding mine
this
right here just fine.
We'll be holding it for about 2 more minutes, and then the glass will be over on the floor.
The love and tech.
We'll be slurring and slumping and laughing. It's awesome, so stay tuned.
Love and tech.
Love and tech.
So, dating applications, right? So, if you're single on Valentine's Day...
I'm taking an application for a boyfriend. Is that what you're talking about? Dating applications?
How did we get there?
You said dating applications.
There's an app for that.
Dating apps is what we're discussing.
Dating apps.
Dating apps.
Dating apps. Well,
all right, huddle in if you want to know about dating apps.
Come here. So there's 5 that we want to highlight, right?
Yeah.
And these are available on the iPhone, on the Android. I'm not sure about the BlackBerry. Or do they still have BlackBerry? Just kidding.
Dude,
right.
Seriously?
So let's start with, how about we?
I like this one.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So how about we? So there's a lot of dating applications, apps that get people like to meet each other, engage, and talk.
Can we make the distinction for our audience, the difference between going to a site and a dating app?
Sure.
So everyone understands what we're talking about.
Right. Well, some are both, right?
Mm-hmm.
So
they are. They
you get
absolutely
eHarmony.
are.
They have an app for their site. So we're talking about mobile dating applications.
Yeah. So you take it on the go with you.
Right.
You take us on the go on the go. You take these on the go.
I'll drink to that. Cheers. This is going to be a Friday thing. I can feel it. Fiona's even drinking, right? It's wonderful.
I love it.
So there's a lot of dating sites, right? But people, all those dating sites want you to stay on the site.
Right. It's all about staying online. And what I love about How About We is they want you to go offline and get into the real world.
Yeah.
Love that.
You can post a date that you want to go on, and then people can then become engaged on that date. And if you sound interesting, then you end up talking about something you have in common out of the gate.
Now, what I like about this is instead of a profile saying, I like snowboarding or whatever it is, like you can say, how about we go snowboarding? You're more likely to attract somebody who actually has that common interest than someone who allegedly says they do.
Right, no doubt.
I like that. I appreciate that.
And again, that's called How About We. All right?
Love
so
that.
then we have my train wreck pronunciation every time. Zoosk. Zoosk.
Z-O-O-S-K for those of you who can't understand what we're saying.
Right? So, spell that one more time. Z-O-O-S-K. Right?
Zoosk.
So Zoosk bills itself as the romantic social network.
Is it really?
Well, that's what they say. And you
Do
can
tell.
you can browse.
Is this like that?
Millions of singles.
It's like that shopping site that we
Oh,
blasted a
my
few months
God,
ago.
that was just
We're not going to go there again. Okay,
no.
so you can browse singles.
Right,
and what
you can
happens?
browse singles.
This doesn't give me any idea in the name of what it might be. So
Well, you can browse. You can browse millions of singles, right?
Okay.
You can also sign up and then turn on the app's radar, and it makes that sound. And you can find out who's in your area, which is a little stalkery.
But this is becoming really common. This whole who's in my close proximity, who wants to either hook up, who's single. I like it in theory because it does give you an idea of who's available in your area, but it also does feel a little stalkery. So here's my suggestion. Use this, but also keep your eyes peeled and be out and about and loving your life and talking to people and connecting so you don't have to solely rely on an app.
I really think that's important, and I'll drink to that.
Thank you. You'll
Thank you.
drink to anything. I wish it was my wit, but it's not.
Yeah, no. So,
So Zeus, I would
no, I'll
understand
drink to you.
better.
I'll drink to your wit as well.
Thank you.
So let's talk about Blender.
Blender.
And
Moving
that's
on. Blender.
BLENDR.
Of course.
Blender.
Because it's hip and cool.
Because it like didn't pass like freshman English. So it's a very clever app, is how it bills itself out here, right?
Clever.
It makes
that claims it's clever, I say game over too. But let's give them their day and their shout outs.
We'll do that.
Blender.
Makes it easy to find potential connections based on interests. How novel.
Shocking.
And then helps you find opportunities to meet offline. So they're another...
I like
yeah.
that we're really taking the online approach into the offline setting. I gotta say, online dating is a great part of your dating arsenal if you're single, but it shouldn't be your only thing. Still get out there. So I love that these apps are kind of mixing both online and offline tactics.
Well, and this is another application that shows you who's in your proximity.
Okay.
So
New
you
thing.
can browse, and you can also figure out who's around you.
That's scary for
I think it's a little
sociopaths.
dicey.
Like, ladies, be careful with this one.
Yeah, for sure. And guys too. There's some stalkers. Right?
I know, right? We got a whole lot of crazy for late.
I saw you on Blender, and by the way, you're out of milk. Like, that's not good, right? You don't want to hear that kind of shit.
And you shower at 10:02 every day.
So, Tingle is another application.
Okay, I just gotta say right there.
Here it comes. Watch this.
Does it allow you to turn your phone on vibrate and stitch it somewhere and then have someone else control it? Because I'd be into that app. But anything called Tingle, I think is overselling what it actually does.
Well, so I would have to agree, right? I mean, if it
I'm
doesn't...
gonna be disappointed by Tingle, I know it.
Yeah.
So what is Tingle?
And I don't... Never mind. So, if you're wary of giving your number to someone you've met online... Okay. Tingle makes it easy to text and talk without actually handing over your phone number until you're ready.
Oh, so it
that's kinda
disguises
cool.
your number. I actually... Tingle, good job. I'm gonna
I think that's
kind
kind of... You know what? Yeah.
He's
So...
gonna be drunk in 2 seconds, you guys.
Mm-hmm.
Let the slurring begin!
Plus, here's something that nobody else is doing. There's a location-based part of things where you can see who's in your proximity. Is anybody else noticing a trend here? So.
God, this is actually very scary. This is very Big Brother, number one. Number two, allowing for massive stalking.
Right?
Whew, I don't know how I feel about where this is going.
Well, it's
convenient and it can be a security nightmare. Let's just say that.
I definitely
take
agree.
Precautions.
Because it's not like you're going to a bar where there's people.
Right.
Like, they can see you if you turn it on wherever you're walking.
Yeah, and that makes me a little uncomfortable. Again, why do we need an app when we can just go out in the world and connect with people? So
No
let's
doubt.
not solely rely on technology. If you want to use these, Tingle might be your go-to.
Right. And the last one is Scout.
Scout.
And that's
Okay.
SKOUT.
Because we're cool.
Again, these are all mobile apps that we're talking about, and a couple of them have an online component that's sitting on the web.
Sitting on the web. We sound old. I'm gonna drink to that.
So, Scout! It's a newfangled thing online. It's still called online,
On
right?
the web!
On the web!
On the interweb!
On the information superhighway.
Anyway, Scout.
Scout is another great way to meet people online in your area. So a lot of these apps are
very common.
Yeah,
Okay.
but they're really trying to get people to connect in the real world. I think that's where they're coming from.
this.
Yeah, I think it's important. Keep in mind though, whether you're using this app or any online dating solution.
Yeah.
What you're really trying to do is just meet like-minded people. There's no way to short-circuit or sidestep the introduction process.
Right.
And the get-to-know-you process, right?
Use any of these you want as a tool. Yes, they said tool. Also, again, I'm going to bring this... I'm really going to just really pound you with this. I'm going to go there.
Ow.
I'm going to pound everybody with this today. Get outside your computer and your phone. When you are outside, ladies, put on some makeup, feel really cute and sassy. Get out there, make eye contact, say hello at the grocery store, at the farmer's market, when you're going on your walk around like the track or the reservoir, or wherever you go. Be in the world and don't just rely on technology to meet somebody amazing.
No doubt. And be you. It's the only way you're going to make a real connection and see if you have anything in common. We're drinking to everything. Definitely. Now, this is the point in the show where we would go and do... we would have done what the producer had in mind.
Ooh, which would be...
Canceled! Canceled! It's time for He Said...
She Said.
The original He Said, She Said today was going to be on unique gifts that you can buy someone that you love this Valentine's Day.
Game over!
So,
we called game over on that in the production meeting this morning.
So, let's spend 30 seconds.
30 seconds.
Buy something unique, okay? And if it's Valentine's Day, don't fuck it up. Buy something unique. There. And
unique based on the person you're dating.
Yeah. Like
if she's like, all goth and emo, get her something goth and emo. But if she's like a sports fan, don't get her something goth and emo. Get something that's appropriate to her interests.
If you've been paying attention, and not only her, him too. So
yes,
if you've been paying attention to what he's into, like get him something that he's into,
So if your man is into the Super Bowl, maybe you could get a little cheerleader outfit for him.
Or get a man to pat him on the ass in the middle of the 50-yard line.
Ooh, yeah.
That helps.
Sexy. Not. Whatever floats his boat.
The other thing is, I'll remind everybody of other data that we've talked about this week.
And I think you said cock instead of talk.
Did I, Fiona?
I love when he drinks. God. He's even more fun.
It's really hot in here, so... Go and say something, please.
So, moving on.
So, something unique, right?
Oh, so are we still on something
We have to wrap up this week. So,
all right.
I would remind everybody that over 70% of women... This is
good, yes.
Yeah, just a reminder that over 70% of women wanted something that was unique, that was heartfelt, that came as something that you wouldn't buy at the store.
Right, love letters, cooked meal.
Yeah, love letters, time, something romantic, something that shows that you care.
Yeah, and factor in time. Think about time, like things you could do together. A hot air balloon ride, go bowling instead of just some fixed price menu. Like do something that really is meaningful to the two of you.
Sure.
That's going to be the most meaningful if you are celebrating Valentine's Day.
And time is a gift that never gets old and you can never take back.
It's the best thing ever. So valuable. Cheers.
So, that's the end of that subject. Moving on, it is Super Bowl weekend.
Is it? I only know because I went to the grocery store yesterday.
Is it Super Bowl weekend?
Yes, I went to the grocery store yesterday and there were big signs for the big game and all the snacks you could eat.
Right.
And I was like, something must be happening.
Go Red Wings.
And there's a shortage on wings right now.
Is there really?
Yes.
Why is that a food group for sports? Can we just talk about that?
Oh, I love wings. Are you kidding me? Oh, best finger food ever.
No, sushi is the best finger food ever.
Oh, but that's sushi. I use chopsticks, so I don't consider that a finger food.
But if, a lot of people don't know how to use chopsticks. I do, but some people don't.
Do you?
And it's actually sacrilegious to use a fork.
Special are you? So, okay, those are in two different categories. Best finger food for a sporting event. Wings. Love wings, but there's a premium and they're going to cost you this year, apparently.
All right. Let's talk about men in sports.
Let's. Ladies, raise your hand if you've ever been a widow during a sports season with somebody you're dating.
There's a lot.
They're so into
and you know what?
Team.
It's not only women. It's men too. There are some women that are. I swear, I get emails about it.
Interesting.
There are men that are like they're football widowers.
Wow!
I swear,
that's
these women are like
fascinating.
they're supporting
They're
their team, or they
hardcore.
grew up with a father or
Yeah.
a mother
Yeah.
who was really into the sport. Like,
interesting. Well, so we're doing a show in the near future on outsourced masculinity, and I'm bringing this up because Bill Maher was talking about this on his show last week about how men who wear jerseys for other men. It's outsourced masculinity, and it's hilarious.
wait, they wear them for other men?
Well, they wear a jersey with some dude's name on it because they're like rooting for the dude to be all masculine and macho, but they can just sit there and eat wings. And it was the most hilarious rant. We will share it on a show coming up.
Well, yeah, but let's riff on that just a little bit, and we'll do that show.
Yeah.
But like, I don't understand. So I like sports. Okay? I used to play all the way through school.
What'd you play?
I played baseball.
Okay.
I was third baseman. I was third baseman. I was in the hot corner.
Could you see Mr. Orlando on? I like it.
But
Word.
I don't understand like the whole mentality of a team that you're not actually on when we lost. Right?
OMG, like the emotional. Can I tell you, I had a guy who I was dating who was really into the Raiders. And when they lost one year right before the Super Bowl, he was so depressed. I took him to a strip club. Even that couldn't cheer him up. He was like, I just want to go home. And I'm like, dude, there's titties everywhere. Are you kidding me? And he just wanted to go home.
Boo.
I know.
Where are your fucking priorities, man?
I should have just sent him home and kept the dollar bills to myself, but... saying, I was a good girlfriend, man.
Yeah.
But I have been a football widow many times.
But I don't understand that mentality. Like, we lost, we won. Nice job, blah blah.
It's not just that. It's like every moment of the game is so dire and crucial. And if they're not watching and they're not rooting, like, oh my god, their team might lose. Really, dudes?
Yeah, because they know that you're watching. They know. Now, so all that said, there's nothing wrong with being a fan and following stuff, right?
No.
I mean, great interests are really important.
Go for it.
I don't understand the whole...
obsession.
Yes, it's not a connection.
The fandemonium.
Yes,
the
it's an obsession. I don't get it. But I don't get it across the board for any activity, right?
So even going to musicians, like concerts, and being like, raving... Ooh, a raving One Direction fan. You don't understand that? Your daughter who's so cute! Do you understand that?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, she's super cute about it.
But she identifies with their music, but she doesn't get depressed like... if they broke up, I'm sure she would have some opinion, right? Because that means she couldn't listen to their music anymore.
Yeah, well, she could listen to their old.
But the 49ers aren't breaking up, right? Like, they lost a game. You know why? You know why the 49ers lost a game?
Somebody has to lose.
Because there's two fucking teams. One of them's gonna win, and the other one's gonna lose, and that's kind of how it goes, right?
So if you're in a relationship with somebody who is obsessed, what do?
Cut their head off.
Cut off the cable.
Oh. Line their beer glass with never mind.
Are you talking about doping them?
We warned you on Facebook that this is going to be.
It's
really hot under these lights.
No, dude, you're just drinking, and it's getting more interesting over here by the moment. I love when this all happens. Don't you?
Yeah, I think the main problem I have with professional sports, number one, is that that's almost an oxymoron given the criminal intent of so many people, of so many men. And it is dominated by men, right? You don't hear about Venus Williams who's cutting to bang some stripper in some fucking hotel room, right? It doesn't work that way.
She might. She's
maybe she. Well, if she does, then she's doing it on the down low, and good for you that you didn't have everything totally screwed up for the press. But I mean,
talking about Tiger Woods.
Yes.
All the strippers.
Well,
all the hookers.
But he's not the only one. I mean, we can sit here and rip on him, but it's so many athletes. This goes back to men in power, right?
Well, but so it's not even about men in power. It's about men who are highly sexed. I mean, these are guys who their biggest asset, and I did say that, is their body and their testosterone and their ability to perform. So they are hopped up on all kinds of shit.
No.
They're highly in tune and in touch with their bodies.
That goes later. No, I gotta stop you because I can't give that. Where are the days where Joe Montana, Michael Jordan, Larry Bird? Well, they had their own shit, right?
Too.
But they didn't do anything that crapped all over the sport, right? I mean, these were guys
who's crapping all over the sport, and how is it different? Because I think they've been doing the same shit for decades. I don't think it's any different today than it was back then. So
we just didn't have TMZ back in the day?
We didn't have TMZ back in the day. I think this
right.
has been happening for
Producer
decades.
Fiona's saying yes.
Fiona's agreeing.
Right.
And we know she knows everything. We like Producer Fiona.
Do you have to whisper it so she doesn't hear you? Nope.
Fiona, you know everything.
No, I'll go with that, right? I mean, I get it. So, what do you do if you've been a football widow?
I have.
What do you do?
Yeah, there are many things you can try. One of the things is you really need to make peace with the fact that this is something that's important to them. I mean, you decided to be in this relationship, all of the relationship, not just parts of the relationship, all of it. So I have talked to a lot of women who this is a common issue for, and every Sunday they become a widow. I have a friend who works on Sundays and takes Mondays off because she's like, my husband's home watching football. Why do I want to be home? It's really annoying.
Right.
So number one is accept your man for who he is. If this is part of the deal, this is part of the deal. That's number one. Number two, talk to him about it. See if there's any kind of compromise in terms of it not being every Sunday. If it is, see if you want to get on his team and join him and have fun, or if that's even something he's interested in, or find something else for you to do that's out of the house. It's a girl day. Have fun. Don't be like the one moping in the corner like, oh my God, is it over yet? Like, that's the worst position.
I agree with that, right? Like, there's nothing wrong with individual activities, wants, needs, pursuits. Find something that you're into.
They don't bitch when we get mani-pedis.
Right. The problem exists, though, when you have a guy or a woman who goes from sport to sport to sport all year.
I know. Every season, it's something else.
Right. Right. No good. Sit down and talk about that nonsense.
Yeah, and know that going in, too.
Oh, totally.
Like, if that's the deal, you gotta know that.
Or line their beer mug with laxative.
You are evil. Wow.
Did I say that out loud?
You did.
Are we
Drink
on the
up.
air?
Drink up, my friend.
All right.
Drink up.
If you have a suggestion or if you've been in that position, we want to know about it.
He said position.
Find I can't even speak.
Go to facebook.com/The Game Over Show. Hit the message button or leave a comment on the fan page, and we want to hear from you. You didn't just nudge me, did you?
I did, because watch this. This is a train wreck transition. Speaking of sports, let's talk about our sponsor. The Art of Love.
Well, it's the sport of love. Love can be a sport.
Okay, we'll marry that up nonsensically.
Let's make this transition. Watch us be flawless with this. Sports.
This is what happens when you go off script, right? It just becomes
love is a sport. If love is a sport, wouldn't you like to master the art of love?
Are you just baiting me with that master thing?
No.
Moving on.
I'm trying to, but drink up. Let's see where that leads.
All right.
We need more wine in the studio. Shit, I didn't know. I didn't prepare. He's almost done, people, and we've got half the show left.
It's really hot in here. The Art of Love, Ariel Ford. What's she got going on this year?
Yeah, Ariel Ford does The Art of Love online every year. 50 of the most amazing relationship experts. We happen to not be included enough this year. I have been included in the past. Charles and I will be included next year. Ariel, we know that. But this is what I love. This is a free online event. Please go to it's bit.ly/Art of Love Online. You can see the little thing on the screen. And here's what's great. 50 amazing experts from John Gray to Debbie Ford, all kinds of crazy, brilliant people in the field of love and relationships that are going to teach you how to master the art of love. And it's a free event, so please go check it out. We love this event, and we really want to support it and celebrate it. And it's just in time for Valentine's Day.
Perfect. Check that out for sure.
Yeah.
Moving on to Street Smart Love Advice.
We've just been informed that we are a disaster in the best way possible. This is what I love about producer Fiona. She says it straight because it's street smart on this shit.
Right.
I love that. He's buzzed. It's awesome, you guys.
Right. So.
Lightweight.
Jesus
the back
Christ.
end. He's
on the second. It. It's so bad, right?
When you turn around.
On the. Oh shit.
When you back it up.
Second half of the show, we always bring you street smart love advice. It might be a little bit more street smart than it is love advice today. If you have a question.
He's hot. Is it hot in here?
It's really hot in here.
I'm really fine, but you are
the
in a
lights
sweater.
are like.
You're in a sweater, so that could be.
That must be it. That must be it. It's the sweater.
And the wine, and the fact that he's buzzed.
If you have a question, send them in. Send them into facebook.com/thegameovershow.
You did that really well.
Thank you.
Oh my God, God, I'm gonna cry again. I had to reapply my makeup before the show because we were crying.
Well, we were watching random YouTube videos.
Oh my God.
So,
anywho,
this comes in from H.
Hi, H.
Hi, H. H says, what are your views on long-distance relationships?
Game over.
Next question. No, seriously. So, it depends
I don't
on...
recommend.
Well, it depends on how they start though. Right now, I don't recommend them either, but sometimes they're unavoidable.
Yes.
And sometimes people have, they start in a relationship...
Do people reveal themselves slowly over time?
They start in a relationship... Hold on. They start in a relationship.
Give me this.
Thank you. They start in a relationship that starts in the real world, right?
Yes.
They start the relationship in the real world.
Okay.
But then it ends up...
Circumstances.
Right.
Work,
so that makes things difficult.
Sure.
But sometimes people meet online and they get into a relationship over distance.
I say game over to that. I say choose geographically desirable people.
Right.
But, so our views on long-distance relationships, they can work, they take work.
They take extra effort for sure.
See, I don't think it's effort. I think in this case, it's work.
Yeah, I would tend to think that you're right.
Don't cry, producer Fiona.
But technology can do it.
Yes, you can make it work, but you've got to be equally committed.
See, but here's the trick, right?
Oh, he's interrupting me. He's Continue.
In order to make a long distance relationship work,
yes,
you have to put in a lot of extra effort. Meaning, those conversations are like all the mundane stuff that happens every day.
Yeah, you're really good about this. You say that you need to talk about the mundane stuff. I'm not a fan of talking about the mundane stuff, but you're saying that's how you keep the connection.
Yeah, because it's the stuff you would talk about every day if you were in person. Mm-hmm. You know, like if you're married and you have children, like what happens every day with them, and what did you have for breakfast? You know, how did your commute go? Things like that you wouldn't normally talk about instead of the I miss you too. Like that shit doesn't go anywhere, right? But the everyday stuff really does count. It keeps that connection. So when you do see each other, you don't catch up on all the stuff or don't catch up and it's automatically to bed. You've been catching up the whole time.
Nice. I like that.
So
that's how you make it work.
Give me this. What are you doing?
Take it back.
Jesus. All right.
I like when he reads to me.
Next question. This is from
Let's
G.
see if he can do it, guys.
This is from G.
Hi, G.
G says, I've been seeing this guy for over a year. And she really, really likes him, okay?
Yay!
Problem is, he has a girlfriend.
Game over!
Gee, why are you seeing somebody who has a girlfriend?
So is that the whole message?
No, there's a whole bunch after here that I've got to, I've gotten in deep and I don't know if I can walk away because it's going to hurt too much. Check this out, G.
Dude, it's going to hurt to stay in it.
For a year, you've been borrowing somebody else's man. Okay?
What?
Sorry. Hold on.
So while he's drinking, G, here's the deal. You're choosing
to be an option.
Well, and you're also renting. You're totally renting something that doesn't even belong to you. And that tells me there's a self-worth piece, number one, and maybe a belief that what you want isn't available to you, so you better take it from somewhere else. Not fair to her, not fair to him, not fair to you. I'm more concerned about you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, and totally not fair to herself.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know what...
The sisterhood is pissed right now.
So the question she's asking is, do you think he's just playing on this?
Yes,
I've been hurt
it's
before.
Working for him. What a great... Dude.
Yeah. He's hitting both sides of it.
He gets 2 ladies in his life. Lucky guy.
Fire him. Done. Done. And if you don't, his girlfriend should. In fact, you both should. He's playing 2 ends to the middle.
Seriously.
Call his girl. See if she's okay with it.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Dun, dun, dun.
Right. Did I just say that?
Smart. You do. Oh, I like when
this next one from Kay. Kay says, my best friend is male, and I was seeing him 3 years ago, and when he was still in love with his ex, who cheated on him a couple of times.
Oh, boo.
So they have the rocky start,
boo.
right? Boo all the way.
Yeah.
He has 2 children who live with him.
Ooh, it gets complicated.
Anyway, over the years, I found myself falling more and more in love with him.
Okay.
Over the last few months, we've gotten closer.
Okay.
And the last few years, they've slept with each other a few times. Until just recently, however, he's texted me and invited me around whenever his kids are not there. So they've stayed all weekend. And he tells me by the end of 2013... So she's sleeping with him, and at the end of 2013, he wants her to find a boyfriend.
I've so been in this relationship.
Right, this is like the convenience, I'm going to hold on to you security blanket style, right?
Oh, this is okay.
New Year's Eve, for example, he was ringing and texting for hours, begging her to go to his party with her kids.
So he's already put put an expiration date on your relationship, Kay, how does that make you feel? That can't make you feel good.
No, this isn't going to work.
Are you holding out hope that he'll change his mind? That's a game over, my friend. That's a game over.
From a guy's standpoint, if he really wanted you, he would just be there. The rest of this is all bullshit.
Yeah.
He would just be there.
He's having a convenient relationship that he's put an expiration date on, honey.
Right.
Not okay. So let me tell you, I'm just gonna I'm gonna get real here. I'm gonna divulge.
Will you get real, please? I'm tired of you pussyfooting around.
Right? So when I broke up with my ex-boyfriend that I wrote 3 books about, he took me out for Valentine's Day, even after we broke it up because we were still sleeping together. And I remember this conversation very clearly, and this broke my heart for him because he literally said across the table from me, "Let me just be your boyfriend till you find somebody new."
Whoa. And
I said to him, that is so not fair to you. I said, that would be really great and convenient, but that is not fair to you, and I couldn't do that to you. And I had to end it there. Now, there were some moments after that I didn't end it, but that told me where he was coming from in a way that broke my heart for him, that's what he thought he was worth. I don't want that same thing for you. So, no accepting the shit. If he can't be in it fully, game over.
Done. Absolutely.
There's some dude out there who's waiting for you to be single. Waiting for you to be single. I'm going to say that again. He's waiting for you to be single. I need to cut my bangs.
That's street smart.
I've got bangs in my eyes.
That's street smart. There you go. This last one comes in from R. R says. We've
almost made it to the end of the show.
R says, Charles and Lisa, you're drunk at the end of your... No. R says, my now ex...
Okay, now ex.
...cheated on me on Christmas night.
Was he her ex then?
We have two... No. Okay. Cheated on... Well, it sounds like that cheating on Christmas night. Really, dude? You're a fucking douchebag. Sorry.
Seriously?
Oh my God.
Game over.
We have 2 small children and we're together for 5 years. He cheated on me with my neighbor.
What the what?
Who was also supposed to be my friend. He's now blaming me, saying it was my fault, calling me names and just hurting me more. They are now living together and saying they are... What the fuck? Seriously? Okay.
Wait. They're living together. Him and the neighbor.
And the neighbor.
Oh, I know someone went through this.
Oh my God. My question is, why is he being nasty to me?
Dude, do you care why he's being nasty? He's a fucking asshole. Let him go. This is bullshit.
So, Lisa...
You did not deserve this at all.
No, not at all.
Shit.
Lisa and I have talked about this a bunch of times on the show. So, cheating is an offshoot of a relationship that's already broken, okay? But... That doesn't excuse cheating or all the behavior you're describing, okay? So maybe it's a symptom of things that are already screwed up, but it doesn't matter. There's no excuse for cheating. Bottom line is that it took 5 years for him to show what a piece of shit he was, and you're better off. Oh my God, seriously?
I'm so sorry this happened, Dar. That is not cool. With the neighbor, does that mean he's living with the neighbor so you still have to see him? I say game over to that.
Yeah, yuck.
I'm sorry this happened. You deserve better. Make 2013 the year of you. Fuck him. Right,
and here's the sad part though, right? Like, you're not going to be able to get closure. All he's going to do is blame you for the whole thing. So what you need to do is move on.
That's a get out of jail card, like, for him. That's his way of dealing with it, is saying it's all you. Fuck that.
You want to bet on this, R? Outside of a year, he'll be back begging you because he thought the grass was greener. Yeah.
Don't wait.
Not so much.
Don't
Fuck
wait.
that. No. Done. I'm pissed.
I'm pissed too.
Waiter, more wine. If you have a question, head over to facebook.com/thegameovershow. We want to answer it here.
Hit the message button. We love hearing from you, and we want to answer it live on the show. We keep you anonymous. My friend, your glass is almost empty.
Wow, and so's my brain at this point.
I know, right?
Have a great weekend.
He made it through the whole show. Woo!
Oh my God.
Thanks for watching. I'm Lisa Stedman.
I'm Charles Gerlando. Probably. Enjoy the Super Bowl. Bye.
See you next week.